think I'm live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this afternoon's live stream. I hope y'all are doing well and ready to write this afternoon. I think I'm not muted as normal, but I'm always just a little bit worried that I'm somehow muted. By the way, peep the background that I just put up, and I'm in love with it. Let me move my computer a little bit. But you can see more of the lighthouse and the secret tape that you're not supposed to see. But generally, this is my new background. It is representative of my current work in progress, and we love her. I noticed I have some friends who are joining me before the stream. Hello, Danny. Hello, Jess. Nice to see you here. And yeah, we're going to get 4-ish sprints done today. I have those listed in the description. Danny's going to get lunch first and then do some words. Very good. Yes, it did. I actually have been thinking about making a live stream intro and an outro, and I don't know how to make one, and I've been thinking I really should have one. So if anyone here knows how to make like a StreamYard intro video, like how do I even start? Because I would like one, because I know it is very abrupt. So I want to do that in the new year. I want to have like a StreamYard live stream intro. So that's what I'll be figuring out soon. I also want to change my channel banner, but that's for another time. Thank you, Danny. I got this on Etsy and I opened it and I thought it looked like in person, the colors look very weird and kind of like pixelated, but on screen for some reason it looks great. And I don't know why, but it's way more yellow than it is in person, and it's meant to be like a oil paint texture there. So this is all smooth, but it's texture to look like an oil painting. Hello, cool gamer. Nice to see you here. Oh, you don't know either? Yeah, I would like one. I think StreamYard even has its own intro videos that you can play. Yeah, it has like a countdown clip. But I want to make like a personalized one, probably also with some music. Oh, you can do background music too. Interesting. And yeah, that's something I'm going to be looking into soon. But welcome everyone to the stream. Feel free to tell me what you're working on today or what you have been working on since this morning. I know some of you are from the treble stream. As if you couldn't tell by my tapestry, I'm working on Seaside today. I have been so busy. I've been doing copy edits for days, and I think I officially finished copy edits on Wednesday, but also it's hard to tell when copy edits end and when proofreading starts. Right now I'm just giving it another pass after I've got rid of a bunch of extra words, so I guess I'm proofreading now. But I'm working on Seaside, which is my young adult LGBT plus romance about two boys having trauma in their past, but also figuring out how to love each other despite that, or support each other through this personal growth, self-discovery, other kinds of plot conflict that happens. And yeah, it's in the final stages now, and I am still have some work to do getting my query package ready, but I am going to query it this year, first quarter. It's very soon, and I'm very excited about it. Hello. Oh, excuse me. I need some water. Hello, Shan Shan. And if that's not how I pronounce your name, feel free to correct me. I have no problem with that. Or if it's just one Shan or Shan Shankalan, let me know. And I am putting out my best vibes for you to write 4,000 words today. Hello, Laura. Nice to see you. Danny has to get this chapter finished. It's so freaking long. It'll probably be cut in half. But that's a problem for editing. You just gotta get to the end. I'm in favor of this. As someone who has now written 7 drafts of my book, it is not like first draft is not the time. It's not the time. You're gonna have so much time later to edit. But yeah, just get it written for the first draft. Laura just finished reading Tokyo Ghoul, is on to the sequel series. I'm glad you're stoked. Shannon is working on creative writing project for class next Thursday about a girl who gets pregnant at 16 and is losing one of her daughters. So does she have twins? Or does she already have children? Sorry, I'm just thinking about when I had my creative writing classes in my undergraduate, and I'm remembering writing short stories for that, and it's just all coming back to me. If you didn't know, I have a bachelor's in English and I have a bachelor's in information science, and currently I'm in graduate school earning my master's degree in information science, and then I'm done. Then I'm not gonna do any more school. But I also took a lot of creative writing classes while I was in undergraduate, like English degree. Could have been creative writing minor, but I chose German instead. Yeah, I have to say, Danny, like, since my classes, I'm not really drawn to short fiction. And I see lots of people on Ology writing short fiction. I'm like, great, shouldn't I be doing that? But also, I don't really like it. Is that a hot take? Like, it's not as satisfying for me as writing a full-length story and like fully. I think because I get to spend way more time on a novel and like really get deep into it, that I like novels better than short fiction. But like, it seems like a rite of passage to write short fiction and get it published in a magazine, and like, that's not even in my like field of view right now. Like, anyway, it's weird. Hello, Lexi. Meep. Yeah. Oh, you didn't like them either? Creative writing short story science is the worst enemy in undergrad. It was like, I was exactly like this too. In fact, like we had to submit for a requirement in my class. We had to submit 40 pages of personal writing. He wasn't going to read it, but you had to submit 40 pages of personal writing a semester. And so I did that, but it was always me writing in my book or me editing my book, and it was never like anything related to class or free writing or any other exercises he gave us. It was always, I just turned in book pages because I was working on it anyway, and I was like, sweet, I get to write my book for class. But like, my class also had a strict realist, no fantasy, no magic, no sci-fi policy on short fiction. Like, you know, you guys know how it is. They don't like fun. Although I did sneak in a couple magical realism pieces, and those were fun to write. For the pregnancy story, she's gonna have 6 kids, but her youngest daughter gets sick, and she runs away with her 5 other kids for 16 years, and then finds out she's been alive all this time. Oh, okay. This makes more sense to me now. Laura has 25 short stories in Flash published in anthologies and magazines. And they're your jam. I'm glad it's your jam. Interesting, like, you've been having a harder time writing long fiction, but I think that comes with what you've been practicing. Like, it makes sense that short fiction doesn't come to me right now, and long fiction doesn't come to you right now. But I feel like maybe eventually I will get into short fiction again. Yeah, it's just like the the pressure of, like, the assignment, like, "Do this," that makes me be like, "Fine, I'll do it." Like, I'll think of something, but, like, I'm not naturally drawn to short fiction. Um, Daniel's on the poetry track for undergraduate, but still had to take one fiction class. It was like, "Please don't make me." Well, how was it, Danny? How was it? Um, I I think total in my life, I've written more poetry than short and flash fiction. I've probably written about 20 pieces of flash fiction, 4 pieces of creative nonfiction, actually, which I found really fun. And that was my final creative writing class. I took like a mix. I didn't take any poetry though. I took 2 fiction courses and flash fiction, and then I took creative nonfiction, which is like turning your um, personal life into like a creative nonfiction is taking your stories or someone else's stories and putting them in a voice that other people would like to read. So it's not like fictionalizing it, although you can add elements of that, but it's like making it interesting to read, I guess, and like maybe having some literary elements in there. And I thought it was really good. It was really um, uh, a benefit to my writing style, but yeah, that's how it was. I also like flash fiction because it was like, like I'll give you like really short, and then I'm out. I'm out at 150 words. I actually have a video on my channel when I was taking that flash fiction course. It's what the heck is flash fiction, or like a flash fiction 101. I thought I was gonna make it a series on this channel. Did not happen because I lost interest. Like, just sometimes things happen like that. Um, Danny's written at most 12 poems since graduation, almost 3 years ago. Yeah, the academic burnout is real. Hasn't hit me yet. I am expecting it after grad school, though. Um, yeah, it's okay. I think it's okay to be satisfied with fiction. I think we all have creative seasons, and just like my seaside project will be coming to an end soon. Like, doesn't mean that I'm not going to write new things. In fact, I do have a project on the horizon to start soon. Um, but before I start going off on a tangent about all that, let us start our first sprint. I've been talking a lot. But good thing I already shared my screen with the stream. So now, nope, that's not right. So now we can have our first little sprint. It's going to be 15 minutes, nice and short. We're going to have longer ones later in the stream. And during the sprint, you can tell me what you're working on. Happy sprinting in 3, 2, 1. Let's write. Oh my god, how long has this sprint been going? How long has it been going? Oh my god. Was it like why didn't it make any noise for me? I know, did it make noise for you? I'm so embarrassed. Did you guys hear it? I was wondering. I was like, hasn't it been 15 minutes yet? But it has. It has. Anyway, good. I'm glad it was only a minute, but like, why didn't it make any noise? Um, I guess my Bluetooth is on, but I'll turn off my Bluetooth and I'll test my sound. Like it should have gone off. Oh no, it didn't play with the sound this time. Okay, I guess I didn't change all the settings to the timer. Anyway, sorry about that. We're back. I'm glad you guys realized when the timer was over. Maybe you have two desktops, but I just have one laptop screen, and that's normally why I didn't notice when it went off. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad it was not a huge fumble, but I'm back. I was in the zone. I managed to edit. I just finished chapter 15, so I was working on 16, 17, and now I'm partway into chapter 18. So I've been like just proofreading somewhat, and just reading down. Oh, do we have no. Okay, everything's fine. Hello, some deep mystery, who I believe your name is Wendy. I'm sorry if that's weird that I know your name, but I have been watching the trouble streams. Yeah. So how was that sprint for everyone? What were you guys working on? Again, I was working on Seaside, which is my current work in progress. I am proofreading. I have 52-ish chapters, and right now I'm on chapter 18 in the proofread, so not too far in, but not too short either, and I've been working on that, so I'm going to be working on this weekend. That's where I'm at. Danny got some words in, but not really keeping track of words. That's fine, perfectly valid. But you're right before the last thing you gotta do. That's good. Not used to people saying your name. Well, shouldn't have revealed it then. Shan wrote 317 words. No, Danny, you're completely fine. And you're writing anyway. I thought it was a pun on purpose. I thought it was on purpose. So yeah, in the meantime, I did want to talk about something, but now I was so frazzled by the timer incident that I've forgotten what I wanted to say. Oh, okay. I am wanting to do more live streams on Fridays and maybe Tuesdays more regularly. But I think I'm going to start with every Friday. And I'd like your opinion. Like, should it always be this time? Like, does this time work for people? How is 1 to 3 p.m.? Because I know it would be more ideal for some people if I was to do live streams after like the workday is over at like 5 p.m. But I also know that Sarah Sutton has just started weekly live streams at 7 p.m. on Fridays, so I don't want to like cross the streets literally. So yeah, I'm just asking about opinions about this time. Is it a good time? Do we like it? I think it's good, especially in winter, because 1 to 3 p.m. is like the last hours of daylight that I have. Yeah, it's kind of cloudy now, but the sun will be back. I think I last semester, or for people who are not in academia right now, last fall, I was doing live streams. It kind of varied, like whenever I could get off work for the day, but I either started at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., sometimes 4 p.m. It was kind of random, but I'd like to keep this time slot more regular. If 1 to 3 p.m. keeps working for y'all, I will keep doing this. I'm also open to co-host on my live stream on this personal channel. I have been on for the Worldwide Write-a-thon, which is now Storyteller's Hearth. I did host, and I was a co-host on some of those streams, and I found it was really fun and exciting. I wanted to be on a januwrimo stream this month, but I was busy. So yeah, I want to make this more regular for the now. And yeah, let me know if anyone's interested in being a co-host. You can DM me on Instagram. My channel, my account is in the description of this video, or if you're on the Troublemakers Discord, you can just DM me through that. I think I'm like open to public DMs on that. Or if you want to be super public about it, you can put it on this chat right now. For Nicole, this 1 p.m. is about 10 p.m. for them, and it's pretty good. Okay. Good to know. I probably will keep 1 to 3 p.m. then, if there are no other comments. Sometimes I lose my train of thought when I'm writing in my notebook because, doing two things at once. So forgive me if the words out of my mouth start to not make any sense. Something else I also want to get around to is actually fixing my channel banner, because it is still the same since I made it, and it's very inaccurate, incorrect, and anachronistic to what I currently do. And I want to make my channel banner actually say videos when they are, and put this live streaming slot on my channel banner. So that's something I also want to work on soon. I like the live stream thumbnail though. Still good. I like just changing the colors on that. Hello, Nina. Ooh, what'd you get? What store? What did you get from the store? Let us know. We are just about to hop into our second sprint. It will be 25 minutes, and nice, just like a little bit more time than the first one, but not so long as you start getting distracted and fatigued. So that's what we're going to be doing next. We're just going to basically keep chatting until I run out of steam and decide to start the next sprint. Currently in chapter 18, I am working on a scene the feelings are building. We have discovered they're on like a date, but it's also like a friend group thing. So it's but like two of the people in the friend group are dating. So it's like, are they dating? But it's also like there's an additional there's 5 people. Luke and Julian are 2 of them. The other 2 are a couple. And then there's one person who invited everybody. So it's like it's that kind of group dynamic going on. And it's this group dynamic is actually, it wasn't even present until the 4th draft. And they're going bowling, by the way. They're going bowling. And it's one of the few scenes that the heart of the scene has not been changed, and it's really stood the test of time. It was a good idea then, and it's a good idea now. and I really like this chapter, and I hope, oh my god, like just imagining you guys reading this and having it in your hands and this being like out in public in the world, just like it makes me so excited and energized, and I just want it so bad. But part of that is out of my control. All I can do is remove the word really and put the word really back in, and change the word actually to nearly, and get rid of that preposition in a sentence and change this action verb, and there's only so much I can do, and what I can control is the content. I hope that the merit of my content will bring me what I desire, and that is to be traditionally published. If that was not clear already, I am getting a DM. That was all. I got a notification. That was all. Nina went grocery shopping. Got so much food. Oh, it's renovating? Oh, that's great. I love a good sale. Yeah, are you gonna make Nina, don't you normally make yourself cry? But are you gonna make your characters cry too today? That's an important question. Things I still have left to do in my query package include basically everything except the manuscript itself. I still have to do, and if I'm forgetting something, please let me know. Synopsis, query letter, author blurb, bio. I'm just writing this down so I can remember later. Sometimes the agents have you send in. Sometimes it's 5 pages, sometimes it's 10 pages, 20 or 50, and I'll need to make different submission documents for those 50 pages. And something else. I feel like there's another thing that they ask for. Synopsis, query letter, author bio. I feel like there was something else. Now I can't remember. A lot of agents use Query Checker, so it's easy to tell what they want, but sometimes it's like email, and I'm like, I have set up an official author email, but I've yet to use it because I've yet to actually send out a query. Anyway, are we guys ready for second writing sprint? I am ready. Let us share this 25 minutes together in productivity. And I will switch this over to 25 minutes. The timer sound that I'm going to use this time to end my writing sprint is a bird song. I will play it for you now. It shouldn't be too loud. So yeah, that's what it sounds like. Hopefully that will not be upsetting to you, and it will actually alert me when the sprint is over. So yeah, we're gonna have 25 minutes of sprinting. Have fun, everyone. In 3, 2, 1, let's write. Okay, that's the end of the sprint. I was just about to start another scene, but it's fine. It's fine. But how did that go for you guys? Let me change my banner to the welcome banner, and find out where I was in the chat. Apparently, all of Nina's projects are set, valid, and Danny is writing a spicy scene of a story and getting embarrassed. Oh, this is so. I relate to this. I have not written any of those types of scenes for my YA projects. There is a large amount of flirting, though. I'd say it, like, there's like a little bit of stuff and then like fade to black. Like that's what my YA book does. I'm not opposed to writing those kinds of scenes in any adult fiction I might want to write, but yes, I can definitely imagine that, and also getting kind of flustered by the scenes I'm writing. But oh, I'm sorry, Danny. I thought I warned you. What the bird was gonna sound like. I'm sorry. Maybe turn down your desktop volume. Hello, Lady Neo. Nice to see you again. Happy New Year. Nina wrote down some scene ideas and went to working on the magic system. And there are a couple types of magic. That's really cool. Neo is working on their last unfinished fanfic and typing up chapter 9. Nicole, hello, Nicole. I think you were here earlier in this print. We got 28 words, but editing, so it's good. Yeah, it's really hard to measure how much you can't use words to measure editing progress. For example, I'm now working on chapter 21, which is like I did 2.5 chapters at sprint, but I only added like I don't even know like if I added words, and I don't think I did. It was maybe like 3 because you delete some, then you add some, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Jenny's written one spicy scene before, but in that project it was more of a pulled back narrator, whereas this one is very much in the moment and eternally screaming the whole time. That's funny. Yeah, good job, Nicole. It is good. What project are you working on, Nicole, if you feel like sharing with the class? I got frustrated when the sprint ended because I was about to make a note to myself to add just a little bit of content in the middle of the chapter, but now I didn't get to brainstorm what to put in that little placeholder. Just reading, figuring out the right pacing of romantic arc and bonding and stuff like that. That's what I'm going through right now. I'm gonna have some more water. I swear, this room, even though it's winter, and even though the heating has not been on for like a few days on purpose, like this room is so hot. It's like 73 degrees in here, and it's just the sun. It's just the sun, baby. But my water is super cold. This bottle does a good job. Anyway, so now that I'm at chapter 21, I would say that is a little under half. How much? What is 20 divided by 50? That's 2/5. 2/5 is 40%. 40% through my manuscript. Pretty good. I'm kind of out of conversational topics. I didn't write down many topics for me to talk about, and I've already talked about all of those topics. So maybe I'll ask you guys a question. What book are you guys reading in the middle of reading right now? Like, what book is figuratively or literally on your desk right now? For me, this morning I started this book called She Who Became the Sun. It's by Stephen, someone, maybe Shannon, someone. It's by Shelley Parker Chan, and I'm on chapter 2, and it's reading like a historical fiction, but I have a feeling it's going to become magic realism very quickly. But I don't really know what's going to happen in the book, and I'm finding it pretty boring to start out with, but also Victoria Schwab said she really liked it, so I'm going to give it a little more of a chance. I am also listening to this audiobook, which I actually think is going to be a 5 stars, and I felt this way since like hour 5 out of 12. And it's called Una Out of Order. I don't know if anyone has read this, but this book is okay. So it's adult fiction, and first of all, the audiobook is great, but Una Out of Order, that's Una with 2 O's, is by Margarita Montemor. And this book is about this woman who, on her 18th birthday, which is also New Year's, suddenly finds herself on New Year's Day, but she's 51. Internally, she's 19, and we don't know why this time traveling happens, but instead of living in the 1980s, she's now living in like 2015. And that's just every year of her life, she lives a random year between 18 and whenever her death year is. We don't know. We don't know why this happens, but just the way the plot tangles around itself and the cause and effect and how it's so like well done and constructed, it's very good. And at one point, like she lives her 40th year, and then she has to immediately live her 39th year, and like the way those events overlap and cause each other, but also she tries to change it, but it doesn't work because obviously she's already lived it. It's so good, and I would highly recommend it if you can read it. I'll show it again. It's Una Out of Order by Margarita Montemor. Anyway, Danny is currently reading Zombie 100 Volume 7. It's a comedy manga about zombies. I'm not really into manga, but I'm open to the idea of it. But also, does that mean you're reading? No, it doesn't mean you're reading the 100th Volume 7. It means you're just reading Volume 7, and 100 is part of the title. Nina's listening to audiobooks during work, but I want to start a physical book soon. In the middle of listening to Spare by Prince Harry. I did not know this book existed until I went into Barnes & Noble on Tuesday, and I was like, oh, what is this book? And I think, I'm not really sure what it's about. I don't really have any interest in reading it, but I did notice there was like multiple singular tables full of this book, and I guess it's really like important right now. Danny, even if you don't like time travel books, I think you would really like this because the plot is just so good. So I really would suggest it. Yeah, I know. Like me as a writer, my writer brain trying to dissect exactly how she wrote this. If I was trying to write this plot, I would have to like write out her entire life first and then start jumping, and then like it was so hard to just like figure out which events to cause each other, and like I don't even know. Maybe she has an interview out there, but like it's so well done. It's so tricky. And I'm also like 89% of the book, and it feels like there's still way more story to tell, so I have no idea how it's gonna wrap up in like an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm worried because I want there to be so much more story. But maybe we'll only get one more year with her. I don't really know. But it's good. It's really good. Nemo's struggling to write a book that travels like only 4 months back in time. Yeah, I have not even considered trying to write a dual timeline book. Well, wait. Project Popstar might be kind of considered that, but not really. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But also, it's not timeline difficult. It's timeline like easy mode, I want to say. And so the title of the series is Zom 100 because it's about some people who write a list of 100 things. Oh, I see. 100 things they want to do before the zombies get them. So it's like a bucket list kind of thing. And if it's funny, I get it. Yeah, that does seem like it would be funny. Spare is funny. Interesting. Is it like an? I'm assuming he didn't write it, but also I don't know. Like, what is it about though? Why is it funny? Is the writing style funny or are the events funny? Okay, you don't think it was intentional though. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. Like the ridiculous factor that can definitely make things funny. Hmm. I wonder if he narrated the audiobook. I might be willing to listen to it if he did that. But also, I can quickly check my library and see how on hold this book is. The wait time is at least 6 months. Actually, there aren't that many people waiting. There's only 45 people waiting on 11 copies, which is actually pretty good numbers. It gets really bad when there's like 2 copies and 180 people waiting. And for the Zom 100 series, the tagline is "Bucket List of the Dead." It's good. I like it. Harry talks about stuff that he seems to that he wants pity for, but are actually just kind of stupid and trivial, and Ivy this hair. I don't really understand. Anyway, how he's the spare like that doesn't. I'm not up with British politics at all. I'm just like, that's his book. and I guess if it's serious, that would make it more ridiculous. So maybe it's worth a shot. I could always check out the sample of the audiobook and listen to 5 minutes of it. Maybe I will do that during the next sprint, which I find myself ready for. I'm also reading a book I said that I wanted to get to in my 2023 goals video. Yeah, it was either my goals video or my wrap-up video. Not sure. I'm also reading the Hope Jarin book, The Story of More, and its subtitle is How We Got to Climate Change and Where We Go From Here. And it's a real downer. Like, I really loved Lab Girl by Hope Jarin. This is a nonfiction book, and I'm not saying this book isn't important, because it is important, but it's a real, it's sad. It's like all about food, the grain industry, the meat industry, the fish industry, energy, cars, waste, melting ice, rising waters. Like, like there's not much happy in this book, and I'm halfway through, and I guess I'm just reading it hoping that there's some kind of optimism at the end. But yeah, those are all the 3. Oh, I'm actually reading a 4th book right now, but I don't have it with me, so I'll spare you from that as well. Nicole's reading Spirit of the Earth about no, not reading. Is it what you're writing? I think this is what you're writing. Spirit of the Earth about a dryad who is reunited with his people after living with his aunt and was helped by the crown's army to keep from getting captured and taken to a concentration camp for mythical beings called the Mother. Wow, interesting. This first bit reminds me of how Merlin, the BBC TV show, portrayed Mordred, if you've seen that. It reminds me of that a little bit. But there are parts of Spare that have been tragic and not funny. Yeah, like Princess Diana, that would be sad. Nicole's story doesn't take place on Earth, and it's fantasy. Cool. Thank you guys for sharing with me and contributing to this conversation. I always appreciate your input and comments, banter. But right now we're going to hop into our third writing sprint, 35 minutes. I invite you to share your favorite line from today, whether that is what you've read, what you're inspired by, or what you are currently writing. Okay, let me share my screen again. Yes, and I will reset this to good old 35 minutes. Danny, remember, there is a bird song at the end, and this is what it sounds like. Adjust your volume accordingly if that is too loud. And I will see you guys in 35 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Okay, that's 35 minutes. At about the 25-minute mark, I was really failing, really out of it, not in the zone. But I got back into it, and now I'm sad it's over. So let this be a lesson in just pushing through that mental block that you may have and getting it done, because it's only 35 minutes. Anyway, how was that spent for y'all? I am working on chapter 21. I added a little bit I wanted to in chapter 20. Chapter 21 is like halfway done, I want to say. So making slower progress, but still making progress. I also listened to 5 minutes of Spare by Prince Henry. I don't know if he's still a prince, but I listened to that. And I do have to say that it does have a good voice. Like, I can feel that it's written well, but I would not listen to 16 hours of that audiobook. So, I'm not further interested in it, but I can see that it is a well-written book. Danny's talking about, I asked for favorite lines, and Danny says, can't share because it's borderline spicy. And I'm like, you can share if you want. Or you can just DM me and I'll read it. Lady Neo got 654 words. Very good. Nina outlined the whole magic system, kind of. That's great. Lady Neo has 7 more pages to write or type. You got it. Danny is less than 400 words away from 25,000 in the chat, which is, no, not the chat, in the draft, which is your goal for the day, which, like, you can totally do it. You said you're through the thick of it, onto the characters being awkward, without letting it get as far as it did. That's funny. You can totally do it. Are you, like, writing the aftermath now? Oh yes, it's the awkward aftermath. I see. You can easily write 400 words of that. It's an interesting question. What emotion do you feel is the easiest to write in? For me, it's unfortunately angst and anger, which leads to melodrama if I'm not careful. So, like, oh my god, I'm just remembering my earlier drafts of this book and just scenes that will never see the light of day because they were so off, so melodramatic, so just drama for no reason, and you will never read those. There was quite a lot of fighting between the male best friends, like the just unrealistic all around. Lots of anger, angry people. Although I do have a specific character in my book who is the angry one, TM, and like I let her be angry because she deserves it. Or she's earned it, I would say. So yeah. Oh, okay. I think I have access to this. Oh, if it's a server, I don't. But if it's a channel in the Discord, I think I do have access to it. Give me 1 second. I'm answering a text from my partner. There's a truck outside. Okay. Lady Neo has a question. Still writing chapter 10. Should I type up what you have in chapter 10 after you're done typing chapter 9? Still writing chapter 10. Should I type up what I have? I mean, why wouldn't you? Do you want to, like, not work so much today? Or do you want to take a break? Yes, I think you should type it up if you feel the energy for it, because your future self will thank you for it. Danny's talking about anger. Anger is fun to write. Previously, I had a scene in which my two characters sparred in order to get their frustrations out with each other, and it was a lot of fun. Ooh, I haven't gotten the chance to write a sword fighting scene ever. I've written like a magic fighting scene in an old project, but that makes it even more angsty, and I like it. The book is a hate to love paranormal romance, and the main characters are partners for the police department kind of thing, or one is human and one is not. Interesting. Are you willing to share what the not character is? Unless you've already said it. Maybe you said it earlier. I don't remember. You're welcome, Lady Neo. Yes, hello, Eva or Eva. Hey, I'm glad you joined us. We are gonna have one more sprint left, and it will be a random. It will be a random number of minutes, determined by one of the decks of cards in my card collection. So if you don't know, I am a card collector, and I don't mean like trading cards. I mean like straight up playing cards. So I have literally, I think, at least 10 decks of cards under 15. So we are going to be picking from a deck of cards that I have. We're going to pick 4 cards, and the value of those cards will determine how long we sprint for. And this can be a maximum of, so the king is 13. This can be a maximum of 40 plus 49, 52 minutes. It can be a maximum of 52 minutes or a minimum of 4 minutes. And we don't really know. Normally when I do this, it ends up in the 20 to 30 range, which I'm good with. If you guys want to add more cards and be dangerous, you can advocate for that in the chat. I am just picking us some options to choose for today. I think this is enough options. I'm only gonna pick one. I do have a new deck of cards that I could share today. But like I kind of don't want to open the box because it's so pretty. But I guess we're doing it now that I've opened that can of worms. This is a Studio Ghibli deck of cards that I got from Barnes & Noble the other day. And it's got like, everything's reversed on StreamYard, but it's got like gold foiling there. It's got these like different scenes submitted on each card, and they're all Japanese naturally. But it's also unshuffled, which means I would need to shuffle it before we did this, so it might take me a minute. So we can do that, or we can do a classic Gardens and Flowers playing cards. These are just like vintage pictures. I know, Danny. Weren't they so like attractive? Like you just want them, you know? Maybe I should open them so like you can live vicariously through me. Okay, I'm gonna open these. And Danny says so the non-human character is called, or is a race that is the Dread, and it came from a manifestation of a fear of shadows, so she can travel through shadows, and also is a shadow moth. That is so cool. I love that. You already said this. I skipped, sorry. So there are these things called dreads, which are the physical manifestations of fear that the police department deals with. Oh, sorry. The female main character is a Bane, which is a dread human hybrid. Okay, now got it. I got it, Danny. I got it. Everything is, there's another one. It's a creature of your own creation, but make inspiration from Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, now we got the full story. We got the full story now. And don't worry, I'm not cutting open this box of cards. I need something to stick in between to open it. It also says like these are not. Oh my god, there's plastic, isn't there? Sorry for that noise. But look, it's a plastic case. Like I don't even have to like. I don't have to store it in the box. I can just keep it in this case. That's good. Oh my god. Can I even open this? Okay. It's very fancy. Look what's on the back. Okay. Okay. I don't know what number. Uh-oh. Are these? No. Okay. Those are all the backs of the cards, but this card's also just blank. I don't know why it's blank. This. Okay. This one's not blank. There are 2 blank cards. I don't know what that's about. Oh my god. Like. Oh my god. Let's not look at them. But like this was the card on top. I won't look at them now, but like this is the Joker card. I have seen a fair number of Studio Ghibli movies, and yes, we are shuffling them now, so the process has begun for our random sprint. I don't know why there's 2 blank cards in the deck either. That's interesting. Maybe we're missing. I don't know, because I already saw the 2 Joker cards. I'm just confused. I will take out the Joker cards in the meantime, so we can have a fair. Oh, don't get distracted by the art. So we can have a fair drawing of randomness. My hands are kind of small, so I can't really shuffle the poker way, the proper way, and I also don't want to bend the cards either, so that's why it takes just a second for me to shuffle cards, but I thank you for your patience. As we're waiting for this deck to be properly shuffled, I'd like to hear about your weekend plans. Me personally, I am going to the city I grew up in, about an hour and a half from here, to see my parents. I'm probably going to watch Avatar, the new one, the new Avatar that just came out. Although I don't know, that is a 3.5 hour commitment. We'll see. We'll see about it. But yeah, I'm seeing my parents and my dogs. Going to be copy editing. Yeah. I wanted to film a video this week, but it just didn't work out, so I'll film it next week and then it'll be up on my channel. It's going to be all about my copy edits, like what I did to my book, like not physically, but everything I did to manipulate the words in the document for copy edits. That is going to be a video coming out soon, and I'm excited to film it, excited to be brutal and make a huge pie chart about everything that I cut and why. And I want to make it a little instructional as well. Like this is why I cut this and why you might want to cut this word, like just from your manuscript, which I actually didn't find that to be so prevalent in my work. Like just was not one of the prevalent ones. I will say I did use was verbing a lot, like was-ing a lot in my manuscript, and I was able to cut a lot of those down. But there were some words that you just can't cut anywhere. You're like, okay, I have 88 theirs. I can cut it to 85. There's just a lot of little things like that. Lady Neo is going to work on cleaning the back room and finishing chapter 10. Very good. Danny and the BF are planning on visiting the area we want to move to over the weekend. That's exciting. But he's sick. Oh, so it might not be exciting. Are you moving soon then? Oh, ooh. This card's pretty. Maybe we'll draw it again. Other than that, you're gonna be writing and reading, the rest of my usual stuff, all natural, all normal. I get it. Lady Neo uses was a lot and moments later. No, I don't think I use that thing, that structure, I should say. Moments later. I use suddenly sometimes and after a few moments. Danny knows I'm going to have to cut then from this draft when you get there. Let me see my statistics for then. So I had... One moment. Okay, I had 136 entries for then, and I cut it down to 113. So, like, some cut, but also sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just can't cut anymore, like, unless you completely change what you're talking about. If you know how much then you have right now, I'm curious. Another bad word for me was, or I shouldn't say bad, I should just say one that had a lot of cuts to it, was the words up. That was 361 entries to 278. So like almost 100 occurrences of up I cut. Turned, had a lot of turns, had a lot of looked. I actually turned 213 uses of looked to 136. So a lot of, like, Luca looked at or Julian looked at was cut, and I'm honestly proud of that because that needed to be cut. Oh, Danny's isn't up till June. Yeah, mine isn't up either. That makes sense. I don't think I'm gonna move. I don't think I'm moving. I think I'll just stay here as long as the rent doesn't go up too much. I don't really know. I don't expect it to go up too much because the housing market isn't as crazy as it was last year. I don't know. Is this what y'all came for? Y'all came to hear about the housing market and rent prices? Danny has 138 in his event, only 25K in. Yeah, but I mean, in later drafts, like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You're probably just gonna unconsciously cut then in the editing process. I don't think you should worry about it until you literally are doing copy edits. I think you're fine. Should I change those words I use a lot? Oh, you saying you use... I use a lot too. You use to a lot or a lot too? Well, I think if you are thinking about cutting words, I think you should wait until the final editing stages because it's just gonna restrict your creative flow on the page. And I think you should be able to use whatever words you need to get plot on the page, and stylistics and cutting extra words can come later. That's my opinion on it, even though I do suffer from editing while I write. I like making something look beautiful, sound beautiful, but early drafts are not the time unless you are ready to send it out to someone. That's my opinion on that. Danny would love to stay in one place for more than a year, but this apartment just isn't it. It needs something bigger. Yeah. I think I can handle living in this apartment with my partner for another year. It just depends if we get cats or not. It has been discussed, but not ready yet. We'll just see. We will see. Oh, it uses look a lot. Yeah, I did use look a lot. But yeah. Okay, I think it's time for card drawing. Is everyone excited? Okay, so the way this works is I'm going to give the deck another cut, which means I'm going to go like this. So now that card is on top, and I didn't cheat. And I don't know what this card is, and you don't know what this card is. And we're going to flip over 4 cards. So the top 4 cards are going to decide how long we sprint for. If I shuffle this okay, the cards will not be in ascending or descending order, and they will not be the same suit. So we're going to see how well I shuffled it, and I hope that we will not get 4 face cards. I would like to sprint for like 22 minutes or something like that. If you want to guess beforehand how many minutes we're going to sprint for, now is the time. Okay, first card. And I kind of already saw it, but it's a jack. And this makes me a little nervous, but like, Look how beautiful. I'm unsure if I've seen this movie. I recognize this pink outfit from somewhere. I'm unsure. I think I have seen this. It might be Spirited Away. Yeah, I think it's Spirited Away. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, are all these cards Spirited Away? Because this is hold on. Maybe they're all Spirited Away, but that would make sense, right? If this is from Spirited Away. Maybe they're all Spirited Away. Okay, second card, don't be a jack. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, they're slipping. Don't slide. Second card is a 6. Man, I didn't realize it was a whole Spirited Away deck. I thought it was a mix of Ghibli scenes. But look, that's a beautiful scene. Okay, keeping count. We're so far at 17. We have 2 more to pull. 7? Okay. That one wasn't shuffled right, but we got this scene. Another beautiful frame. Okay. Is that 22 minutes? No. Yes? I don't know. Wait. It's 24 minutes, I think, so far. Okay, last one. 2. Okay, I'm okay with that. Here we go. Ooh, I like this scene. Yeah. A really good pulls today. Wow, it's a beautiful deck. It's more pretty than I was expecting. Maybe I can hold them like like this to have our like summary. Oh, my fingers are not big enough for this, guys. Okay. That's what we have. That's what we pulled for today. I can't tell if I'm in frame. That's what we got. Not bad at all. 26 minutes isn't bad for our final sprint. Thank you, cards, for blessing us with a short sprint today. Yeah, it's from Spirited Away. 26 isn't bad. Yeah, maybe you should watch Spirited Away. I do have to say it's ironic because Spirited Away is my least favorite Ghibli movie. I I'm not gonna apologize for that, but I will say it's mainly the pig people and the horror-ish or like the body horror stuff. Not like horror, it's just like it just wigs me out. Like that's why I didn't really enjoy this movie. Like um even looking at this pig right now is giving me like feelings. That's why I didn't read Animal Farm either. Um, but yeah, we can talk about our favorite Ghibli movies after this break because we need to get on with this. So let me pull back the timer and we will talk about Ghibli movies after the sprint. Okay? Okay. Good. Okay. Here's our fourth and final sprint of the stream. Happy writing, everybody. In 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna get a snack. Okay. That was the end. The end of the 4th sprint, which is also the random sprint. Yes, I'm just figuring out my banners and what I was doing for that sprint. Let me know how you did, and then we will get back into what happened, or no, my train of thought was about the Studio Ghibli movies. We can talk about that in a second. But I am currently fixing chapter 22. Yes, chapter 22 is one that is a new chapter that I've stalled editing until now, so I'm finally getting around to it thanks to this stream. Thank you all for keeping me accountable and motivating me to work on my draft right now, because honestly, if I wasn't doing this live stream, I would probably wait until Sunday. Anyway, Danny broke 25K in the draft and finished their chapter, which is amazing. Man, I wish I had a reaction that was like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I mean? But anyway, congratulations. Didn't get scared that time. That's great. Leonia got 1,200 words, which is amazing for just 26 minutes of sprinting? That's amazing. Nicole got 88 new words to fix some potholes. That's great. Oh, okay. The 1,200 was her total. Still good. Jan got 646. Another amazing word count for 26 minutes. And yes, just imagine it, Danny. Just imagine it. I don't know. Seeing Troublemakers stream so regularly makes me want to stream regularly, and also have more bits in my stream. Like this is a bit. It's a good bit, and we commit to the bit. But also, Troublemakers have a lot of bits. I know the 3 Nut stream has bits, but I unfortunately can't watch those streams when they happen because I am at school or sleeping at 9 a.m. in the morning. So sorry about that. But maybe, you know what? I can just watch the replays, can't I? But also, I feel like if I were to watch the replays of those streams, I would have to start from the beginning. And I know I'm so far behind by now. It seems daunting to me. But anyway, I would like more bits, so I'm working on it. And I would also like to make an intro and outro video. Speaking of outros, no. No, wait. I'll circle back. If anyone knows how to make intro or outro videos who is still here, if you have any tips, feel free to lay them on me now, because I'm going to try to figure out how to make those soon. And let's go back to talking about Spirited Away. Danny maybe might watch it tonight. Lady Neo's favorites are Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke, which are really good. I think my favorite it might be one of these two. Yes, I think these are my favorites as well. Yeah, I think they're just good. They're just classics. I think I watched The Cat Returns recently, it was weird, but it was okay. That's all I know about. That's my full review of that movie. It's kind of short. It's just a lot of cats. I guess I have no further thoughts about that. I have seen quite a few number of Studio Ghibli movies. I don't think I can name them all though, because I don't have the list in front of me. I'm bad at recalling names of things. But I've seen Ponyo. I don't really like that one. Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. I've seen some of Nausicaa. Kiki's Delivery Service. I've seen that one. That one's cute. Totoro. Totoro's one. I've seen that. I know what that one is. Yeah. I think that's all of the ones I've seen. Yeah? Is that I think those are all the relevant ones anyway. Um, mhm, mhm. Yeah. I think The Cat's Return is, like, the movie you watch if you really want to see another Ghibli movie, but you don't wanna see any of the ones you've already seen before. It's like it's not the one you immediately go to, but it's like your backup. "Okay, I really wanna see a Ghibli movie, but I've already seen this, I've already seen that, and I don't wanna watch Howl's Moving Castle again." So give it a try. I mean, it was entertaining, some parts of it were funny. I actually was watching the English dubbed version because it was, um it was on, like, HBO Max, and they didn't have the Japanese one available, and, like, the voice of, like, the king cat is very funny. He's like, "Hey, babe." And it's funny. Yeah. You love Kiki's Delivery Service, interesting. Oh, your journal is Kiki themed? That's cute. That's cute. I also saw with this Spirited Away deck, there were some really, really stinking cute Totoro mugs as well. So that was cool. Anyway, friends, it has been 3 hours of stream. This is my longest stream to date. I am impressed with myself, and I also thank you guys so much for being here and interacting with me. It's not a fun stream unless the interaction goes both ways. So I thank you for being here. Thank you everyone who has liked this stream, participated in the sprints with me. I am planning on hosting these more regularly now. So the next stream will be next Friday, 1 to I guess 4 p.m. now that we're doing 3-hour long streams. You can subscribe to my channel to get my streams in your notification box in your subscription feed. You know how live streams work. I also post videos about my writing work in progresses, writing process, what I'm reading sometimes, and we have fun here. It's a good time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. I know it did not feel like 3 hours, but here we are. At just now, it just hit 3 hours. Thank you guys so much for being here. And maybe next stream I will have an outro video to show you. But for now, is just smile and wave. Bye.